Hi everyone, I'm sorry this is a bit late. We actually redid the whole, we made a craft room because this wasn't technically like an official office for me yet. So I just wanted to show you around to show you what we actually did accomplish and kind of show you what's in the works for like where we're gonna go with it. Yeah, I'm really excited to show you what it looks like. Look how pretty. Isn't it amazing? Jarrett was so sweet. He went to so much trouble. Like the one day was so hard getting everything cleared out of here. Like, cause this was like a sort of like a guest room and trying to fit me in here for an office. And now it's like an official office. So really excited. It's still a tiny bit of a work in progress because for me, everything is set in a place where I think I want it. But I think I really want to work on how, like when I work in here, how it's going to flow and then kind of move things as I decide what might work a little better. But for now, when you walk in here, he hung a little sock there, so cute. When you walk in here, there's going to be a sewing station. So this is here for now. We're actually going to get lines hung up in the actual dye studio when the garage is all set up. But this is the sewing station. I don't have a chair here. I might get a small chair, but I'm kind of honestly thinking I'll pull my nice chair just over this way when I want to do sewing. There's a bunch of sewing stuff there, and I haven't organized it yet, so it looks a little bit haphazard, but I'm gonna, because I have sewing stuff in the storage unit that we emptied out, and I'm gonna start organizing this probably when my mom comes, because she's the one that's going to be doing most of the sewing. This is really kind of for her. But I also found a lot of my quilting stuff. So I want to go through here. I want to do the drawers and kind of put everything away. But for now, it's a little haphazard. We haven't finished it yet. Here's a Woolen Women sticker. So I got some baskets to organize. Some of these baskets are going to move downstairs like when I work on them and stuff. So I'll show you those. So these are two metal baskets that I got at Target. They have wooden handles. They were actually not too expensive. I think they were like 18 or 20 bucks. They're really sturdy and nice. And I wanted like open baskets to show the stash. Like I wanted to see the yarn, and I think it'd be super cool when it starts to really, really fill up. These are basically all the remnants from projects that I've done, except for this. These are minis that got thrown in here, but those are like all the odds and ends from projects that I've done. This is going to be cleaned up. This is from Jersey when I took my trip. So instead of having all my whips in here like I did before, I've converted this to like the travel tote. Mommy made this big, huge bucket bag. And so I took all the stuff to Jersey in this, all my projects and all the things I needed when I spent the day there the other day. And then she sent me back with all the soap making stuff and all the stuff I need to make the woolen mystery boxes while I'm here. I don't even know what this is. Oh, this is yarn that needs to be twisted, and this is a box that needs to be a yarn that dyed. So we're still getting organized, but it's coming together. This, I want to hang all these aprons. These are, so I used to dye yarn. And this one, so cute, little strawberries. Sammy made all of these when she used to be Sammy Sews, and she gifted them to me. See her little tag here? So adorable. She made me this one, and she made me this little, I love this tea time one. So I'm actually gonna hang these, I think. Look how pretty that is. This one just goes around your waist. These are just some pom-poms that I had, so I'm making this like my pom-pom basket, I think. Aside from that, this desk is amazing. I think I'm gonna put my laptop over here, so everything's gonna be like shipping and labels here, and then packaging is all gonna be on this side. And then I still have a TV in here, so I think, because we left it, I think I'm gonna be able to like either watch my shows while I'm in here or podcasts, which is really nice. I have some storage. We have storage underneath this really nice bin that has all the shipping stuff in it. And then I have my really nice ball winder that Donna gifted me, which I absolutely love. I still have to put my Swift. I hate this Swift. Donna gave me like a really, really, really nice one near Christmas time. So I have to put that on there. It was that one's super big. So like right when I had to pull all this together, I couldn't clip it on there, but I'm going to clip it on there once I move this table over. So I got to get rid of these and organize this a little bit and then clip that on. But I think each time I have to wind yarn, I'm going to pull out this little table. I can just have a seat right here and then wind yarn on the table. So the table will be like right here. But I do have lots and lots of storage. I think I'm going to utilize some of these cubbies for like outgoing orders. But aside from that, I filled it with fun stuff. I got these crochet books at a thrift shop like last year, I think. Of course, my dissertation's right there with the obnoxiously long name. My Harry Potter book. I got some crochet stuff there, knitting books, little housekeeping handbook. Well, it's anything but little. It's actually gigantic, but it's really, really awesome. Some journaling stuff, Bible and journaling stuff. So still a major work in progress. Oh, there's my little making journal up there. But coming along, and I did kind of organize the yarns. So my own stash is down here. We have miscellaneous yarns from different collections that were left over here. Advents that I had stashed away there. Those are like my personal ones. These are like one-of-a-kinds. These are one-of-a-kinds, and these are one-of-a-kinds. Fishing collection, the Gone Knittin' collection, and the butterfly neon. And then Kitty knocked all this down. He loves to climb up here. But I'm going to utilize like this alcove to like hang lights. Of course, we got my little Wool and Fibers sign there. I'm going to make it really pretty for shows, I think. And then we took my teapots out of storage. So right now I have these cute little Barbies, my vintage Barbies my mom had up in the attic and gifted back to me. And my some of my diplomas. But aside from that, I think I'm going to take all that down. I want to put my really nice teapots that I used to have in my kitchen, but I want to put them up there. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I think it came out fantastic for the one day that we actually got to work on it. But like I said, we're going to spend some time organizing. Well, I am anyway. I got to get in here and kind of see what the workflow is like. Once I'm kind of in here actually doing my thing, and then I might have to move some things around. But just to show you some of the things that I've been working on, because we'll get to the knitting now. Granny squares. It's just been constant granny squares. They're super quick. I have been very, very busy the last month or two trying to dye up all the yarn. We had shows. I finished up my sweater, so it was kind of like a loose end creatively there where I didn't know what I wanted to do next. And I just picked these up, and honestly, they've just been addicting. So I got enough squares done where I thought I could start seaming things up, because I feel like when I have like a pile of these, it makes me super happy to like see all the progress that I'm making, and then to kind of lay them out is really exciting because you get to see all the colors mix and mingle. But I was kind of ready to start seeing some progress in the actual cardigan rather than just the pieces, even though these are so much fun. So I went ahead and I seamed up the back. So here is the back of the cardigan. Well, actually I need one more row of 4, and then the back is finished. And I've only seamed horizontally from left to right at the moment. That's how she suggests to do it. Left to right, and then I'll go up and down afterward. But I am trying to go like haphazard. So I've been kind of mixing and matching where I want to put the squares. And when I actually crochet them, I've been kind of doing that as well, where I just kind of pick whatever color I think is going to go well. Sometimes I do 2 rounds of a color like I did with this unicorn, and then 1 round of the fairy tale, but it always ends on the fresh from the pale white. One thing I wanted to mention that I wanted to tell you is that I feel like because I was learning granny squares when I first started, my granny squares were very different from beginning to now. See the size difference and just kind of overall like floppier. And this is all, I think, due to tension. So as I got better at granny squaring, it just kind of cleaned it up a whole lot. I really got in the groove, and I really, like, my crochet kind of got a whole lot better. I thought this was going to be a problem going forward, but I kind of dispersed the really, really tight crocheted ones with the loose ones, and it honestly wasn't a problem. It's coming together. Like, I seamed it, and I don't think it's going to be a big deal. So I'm just leaving it. I'm going with it. It honestly looks like a nice flat panel, and I think it's going to be perfectly fine. Because when I block it too, I can pull some of these a little bit further out that are tighter crochet than others. So I know it's not going to be perfect because of that. And like, I probably should have I probably should have frogged them all and then started again. But I don't know. I just felt like I really liked it anyway, so I thought I'm not going to tear it back and do all that. I'm going to keep at it. It's a cardigan. It's supposed to be loose fitting and comfy, and I think it's going to be fine. So, and if it's not fine, you know, it's a sample that my little mannequin, which we're going to get in here shortly, can wear. And it shows off the fairy tale collection really brilliantly. So I'm going to go with it because I really do think it's going to fit. Like, and I really do think that it's not going to be an issue. I could just block these out a little bit compared to these ones, because that's the difference, is like a 1/2 inch, and that's okay. They're supposed to be 4x4, which honestly, the looser crocheted ones are exactly 4x4. These are like 3.5 by 3.5. So I actually think these were too tight, or I would have had to gone up a needle size if I decided that this was the way I was gonna, like, if I was gonna tear them all out and do them all this size. So I'm having some issues with tension, but I think for a first crochet project, I'm gonna ride out this problem and I'm gonna see how it goes. Especially with boucle. Look how big this one is. I might not be able to use that one. That one might be a coaster. I haven't decided. Sorry, my allergies are so bad. Look at how pretty this one is, though. It's not the boucle itself that did that. I just had even worse tension when working with the boucle since I'm a new crocheter. But see, it got a whole lot better. Look at how defined and nice that is. And that's all the euphoric boucle on that third round there. So it calls for a slip stitch seam. So I did that. I basically have a sleeve here. I can put together one sleeve, and I need one more sleeve and two gusset panels that it called for, which I think are stitched under the arm. If anybody's ever put together clothes before, maybe you have some pointers, but it just said to make the gussets, which are basically a long panel of granny squares, like 7 of these, and it says to just attach them. So I was like looking at the finished photo because it's a free pattern and I couldn't tell. I'll have to link the pattern in my next making update. I hope I remember to do that. If I don't, message me if you want the pattern. But it was a free pattern. She's a really good designer. She has paid patterns, but this one she put out for free a little while ago as just a freebie to get herself going, I guess. But she just says put to seam in the gussets. She doesn't like specify under the arm or like whatever it is. But from what I was reading, gusset is like where something's coming, like joining, or where you needed extra space, like where your arm would open, and it would be like under here down, you know. So I'm not sure yet, but I think it's going to go on the underarm. So that's where I'm at with that. Me and one of our patrons, Maria, decided that we were both doing sea glass tees. And we were like, well, we have to do them together. So it wasn't really like a knit along thing, just we're both doing sea glasses and we snap a photo every now and then and share. We both also kind of planned our colors together. It was a lot of fun. But mine's coming out really nice. Hers is gorgeous. She's using the Soprano minis, the ones that were sent off to, what was it called? Knit Tapestry. She's using those in a cashmere base. So hers is gorgeous. I think she's mixing hers with tonals or something, because her original one came out too striped. So she wanted to mix it with tonals and kind of do it that way. But hers is gorgeous. It's like earth tones because it's the Sopranos and they were very dark. But mine is like more summery. I wanted to go with like that whole ocean theme. We are by the ocean. So Boardwalks and Beaches is the main color in here. That's where you're going to get those grays, the really nice light blue and green in there. And then I'm alternating every other row with either Saltwater Taffy or the Carousel colorway. Now, sometimes I forget and I don't switch and I go a couple rounds with Saltwater Taffy, which I like because it adds like a little more light pink in spots when I do that. Like up here, there's some light pink. But honestly, when you're doing the 1x1 color work, the only thing that stands out between Carousel and Saltwater Taffy is like the speckles. So I've been dispersing them as well as I can, but I think in this case, the colors are very light up against Boardwalk and Beaches. So when I do forget, it doesn't make a whole big difference. And there's no like major, like a color pooling that you can spot because it's 1x1 color work. But it's coming out fantastic. Obviously, I had to put Samantha's little ocean pendant on there that went with this collection. There is a 3 skein set in fingering weight of Boardwalks and Beaches. It's called the Ocean City Fade set. And that's what I used for this. And I'm really loving it. I think it's fantastic. I guess I would have went with one that was called Lo-Fi or something. She has like these different color palette choices to show you what it would look like if you paired certain colors or certain schemes with this 1x1 color work. Or actually mine might be main color. So there is one option where you can hold a main color the entire time and switch between another couple of them, but you hold the one throughout and then every other row you cut and switch the other ones. And that's what I'm doing. Boardwalks and Beaches is being held throughout, and then Carousel and Saltwater Taffy is every other row, or round rather. So I really like it. There were short rows in the back. I'm not really sure about short rows. I didn't really like how the short row made my sweater fit in my Llama Love sweater, but this one didn't give an option for no short rows, so I did them. They came out pretty good. I did not switch colors during the short row. It called for an option instead. If it's too difficult, you could just stay with 2 colors. So I chose Carousel and Boardwalks and Beaches, and I stuck with that and started adding in the Saltwater Taffy below after the short rows were finished, which I'm actually really happy I did, because I think I would have had a hard time otherwise. What is that? There's like a loop right here. I love when like I'm filming and I find mistakes. I will not be critical. I'm just going to ignore it. I will fix it later. Although I am curious as to like what it is. There's just like a random loop here. But anyway, that's how this is coming along. Like I said, Maria's is gorgeous. Maybe I'll get her to take an updated photo so you guys can see what our 2 look like. They're really cool. But we just so happen to have the same thing. We wanted to knit the same thing, so we went with it. Speaking of knitting the same thing, we're having that knit along with the Rocket Tee. There's a Zoom party, cast-on party going on May 7th. I've heard a couple people are coming. Some people have said, oh, I just saw that. I might be there. So hopefully we'll get a couple participants at least. If not, we're going to have a few Zooms throughout the knit-along. We made the knit-along until July 30th to give people plenty of time for, like, if you didn't join up now and you were busy with something, if you joined even probably a month from now, you could still bang out a Rocket Tee. I mean, it's a simple knit and it's a simple t-shirt. It doesn't have long sleeves. It's not going to take a ton of time to knit it, but we wanted it to be super casual, super fun, low stress. So we decided, well, let's make it a little longer. You know me, it takes me forever to finish things while I'm always in the dye studio. So I actually cast it on a little early. Obviously, I'm still going to be joining the cast on party because I don't think this is going to be the only one that I'm going to knit. I'm going to be really, really bold and probably fail at this, but I don't care. I want to knit a rocket tee using Maria's idea, which was slub yarn and an 80-20 and alternate those. And I'm really torn between whether or not I want to do the Gone Fishing colors or I want to do the Darling Dahlias. Kind of thinking maybe the fishing colors because I'm really loving those. But the Darling Dahlias are super bright. So I'm really torn, but I kind of want to do 2 of them. Reason being, I want to do one that's in the colors of the knit along. So if you saw, we were giving, I think it's 25 points if you use the actual kit for the knit along, which was the Fresh from the Coop Rocket Tee kit. For me, normally this would be a pure white, and you could get that as mohair or as cashmere or whatever. But I decided to go with our linen base. Just bare, it's not dyed. I wanted it to have more of that rustic feel and the creamy color. And then the reason being, Mommy is doing pure white. So we're going to do like a little contrasting here where mine's going to be an off-white and hers is going to be in pure white. So I did my off-white in that linen merino blend because I think that's going to make it a really airy, nice t-shirt. Plus, Tanis Fiber Arts originally did it with mohair, so to make it like extra airy as a summer top. So this will kind of mimic that. It's a little heavier, but the linen does breathe better. So I did the linen, and then I've just started my stripes. So if you saw the inspiration I got it from was a lady called Yarn Love Turtle, I think, on Instagram, because I went on the hashtag to try to find out, like, hey, how do I want mine to look? And she did the off-white in between these gorgeous springtime colors. And I thought, that's what I want mine to look like. So I'm going to do off-white in between each egg color. So here's the off-white. It's got a really nice halo. Do you see it? It's the linen pieces there. It's so cool. And it's not itchy. I did my vintage 83 in this, and it's really comfortable. It's mostly merino. So I forget, it's a 90-10, so it's only 10% linen, and it makes it just that little bit of linen makes it that extra summery feel of a top. And so I'm going to do the off-white in between the different egg colors, and it'll be like a really nice neutral top. So I forget what order I'm doing these in. I took a picture of like what order I wanted. I'm leaving this one out because I obviously already have an off-white. But yeah, I think it's going to be gorgeous. I wanted to use our knit along colors, but now I'm kind of like, I need a slubby rocket tee. You know, and it's kind of like, who doesn't wear a t-shirt? Everybody wears a t-shirt. I feel like I'd get so much wear out of a second one. Even if I knitted it, like I could wear rocket t-shirts all day long. So here it is, and you knit it flat to begin with. It does go around like this to start, and it's looking really pretty. The linen's giving it a nice drape. The rest of it is in cashmere, which it's a high twist cashmere, these minis, and they're just gorgeous. The colors are gorgeous. Always love a good neutral. I love like jeans in a neutral with some nice flip-flops in the summer. But I also like bright, so I'm thinking I really want to do that Dahlia thing or the Gone Fishing. Anybody have a preference? What should we do, Gone Fishing or the Dahlia collection? The Darling Dahlias are calling to me, but so is the Gone Fishing. I can't decide. But anyway, even though I've started a little early, which I had to kind of cheat a little bit. Obviously, I'm not going to win a prize for doing so, but I wanted to start showing the colors a little bit for people joining. And I also, you know, it's my job. I got to do it. I also knit super slow. I get in the dye studio, I lose myself, and then I'm in the middle of shows, and all of a sudden the knit along will be over, and I will have had nothing done. So I started just a tad early, and I'm happy I did because I kind of was really getting into knitting it. It's not a hard knit by any means. It's very relaxing. And so now I'm kind of thinking, well, I want to cast on with everybody else, so I might do another one that is brighter. And I'm kind of thinking Gone Fishing. Where are the colors that I wanted? I'm kind of thinking either this combo, it's like a high contrast. This is Lakeside Sunsets and Lazy Lake Day, or bright Pontoon Party with Lazy Lake Day. And just alternating the two colors all the way down. And I think it would be gorgeous. So again, like, I'm not sure I want to do something that's so muted since I already have a muted one. There's also the Rainbow Trout, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I'm just not sure. And then there was the Butterfly collection. And we had all kinds of brights, right? So we have Caterpillar. This is Chrysalis. I don't have Metamorphosis right now. That one already went out the door. But again, like, I'm thinking that might be great. I do have some slub yarn in reserve that I haven't used. So I have, remember this one, Summer Lovin'? It was like one of my very first colorways. For the first summer we started dyeing yarn. But I'm not sure I want to do this. I already have something knit up in this. I'm not sure that I would want to knit something in it when it's kind of like I want to show off the new colors, you know? And then we just did Rainy Day Galoshes and kind of revamped it. And that has a slub that went with it, which would be kind of cool for a sweater. But I don't know if I'm feeling these colors when the Darling Dahlias are so bright and peachy and great. So I think I need to go with that. But it's an option. And I just wanted to give all of you some ideas on what you could kind of do with your sweater. And then there was another color that I was really liking, but Mommy stole that one so far, but I have it on a zebra base. I'll show you. So this is the Fly Fishin', and it's that speckled colorway. It comes out super pinpoint speckled on like an 80/20 superwash. This is Highland wool, but it's beautiful on this. But this is a DK, so you couldn't use this Highland one in particular for the rocket tee unless you did the conversion and wanted a heavy t-shirt, which is strange. But maybe not. It might be kind of cool if you did, like, I don't know, I'm getting off on a tangent, but goes really good with the Lazy Lake Day, and also goes really good with this Bait and Tackle colorway. So I have that one in an 80/20, but these two go really good together. It does have some blue here and there in it. But that's more of like, for me, this one would be bringing in more warm tones. I'm just feeling all of the crazy neon gorgeousness at the moment. So I would probably pick these if I wanted to do one. So I think if I'm going to do one, it'll probably be Fly Fishing with Lazy Lake Day, or definitely Pontoon Party with Lazy Lake Day. I'm kind of thinking this is my shirt right here. I'm really liking it. I'm liking the blues, and the Pontoon Party is pretty spectacular. But I don't have it on slub. I really wanted to do like a slubby version of this shirt. So I think we're between this combo and the Darling Dahlias. I'll have to think about whether or not, because I think I want to, and if I do this and these haven't sold, I'll probably just knit them in the 80/20 because it's what I have and I want to use what I have. But the slub idea is really calling to me, so may have to give that a go. May have to dye up something special for this. So let me know in the comments if you're joining, maybe if you want to join a little later, or honestly, if you want to like sip and knit, or just come knit on whatever, have some coffee, tea, and just join in on our knit nights. We may open them to the public, even if you're not making a rocket tee. The rocket tee will be the bulk of the conversation, but you are free to come and like sit and knit and chat. We haven't had a public knit night in forever, and honestly, I would just be happy to see everybody. Doesn't matter if you're knitting the rocket tee or not. So I would just be happy if you came and we got to spend some time. Because we were thinking about having a public knit night, but I might converge those things. But the rocket tee will be the bulk of the the knit night. Everybody will be talking color and plans and like what they want to do. So I think that's it. Oh, and this bag, by the way, that I'm keeping my sea glass in, Mommy got me from the Fat Quarter Shop, and you can actually embroider on there or do like cross stitch on there to make it cute, but it's already so cute that I left it. Most people I think just leave them, but I've seen some people stitch on them, and I used it for knitting even though it's supposed to be for cross stitch. It was like super cute, and I didn't have any cross stitch that needed a smaller bag at the moment. I really only have the larger bag with the Vintage Housewife cross stitch that I'm working on. So this I haven't made any progress on. Or wait, I might have gotten a little iron done. Oh yeah, I did. I got a hanger. I think the hanger was already done, but I made progress on the little iron. Just got to add the handle and the little cord on there. And the little buttons. But yeah, so I keep my cross stitch in this one, and that one I didn't have a use for because I was trying to stick with the one cross stitch project. So I put my knitting in there, and the sea glass tee looks super beautiful. It kind of has the same color palette. So I left it. This is my He Has Risen sock set that I used for a Stormy Skies shawl. And every now and then I pick it back up and do like a stripe. So it's gotten a little bit of attention, but nothing serious. I haven't really been in the mood for the shawl, but I did want a shawl on my needles. So I ended up, well, that's the wrong side that I'm showing you. I did want a shawl on my needles. So like I said, I put this one on. And I'll keep working on it intermittently. It's beautiful colors. I think it's going to drape nice and be really nice around my neck, or around my shoulders. But this is cashmere, this mini. It was from a cupcake, one of our Valentine's Day cupcakes. This was one of them. And then, but we have a pink that comes with this sock set. It's just, yeah, I used like the same, it's a little bit darker for the sock set, but I had a mini on hand, so I used it. But this is the He Has Risen skein. And it's just got some really beautiful light peach and rose colored speckles in there. And I think every now and then you can see the herb speckle. There's like an herby green in there. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, there's like barely any of it right now. But there was like 2 spots on the skein that had it. So it'll come up here and there throughout the shawl. But really, really pretty. Really nice light color palette. The He Has Risen sock set is just gorgeous. It would make gorgeous socks, I think, too. I just really wanted a shawl. Socks were not what I was feeling. There's that speckle. See the green in there? It's like a dark herby green. So yeah, that'll still be on my needles. Like I'll still work on this. I'm going to keep it out. But mainly I'll be doing the rocket tee. I want to finish this cardigan. And perhaps that second rocket tee because I want to cast on, and this sea glass is like my main things, and that's a lot of things. So those are what I'm working on, and I've been enjoying it. I've really been enjoying the sea glass, especially since I had a little chit chat with Maria, and I got to kind of powwow about what I wanted to do with it, and watch hers come along. That's been a lot of fun. But I think this is going to be something I just have to finish. I mean, I'm obsessed. So yeah, I think that is it. I hope to see you May 7th if you have time. Check the Instagram. I think it's 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Zoom for the knit along. Don't quote me on that. I'm always wrong. But I think so. It's on the Instagram. Everything's going to run through Instagram. It's all through the hashtag. The point system is set up through the hashtag. If you take different photos with your project bag from us in it, the yarn from us in it, or if you're using your stash, you get points just for posting or doing a story, things like that. So I've done Ravelry in the past. As you guys know, we've done knit-alongs, and I just have such a hard time with Ravelry. When you set up a thread, some things disappear, and it's not clear like where you need to put things in order for people to reply. And I couldn't seem to make it work. And that's probably just me as a user error, but I've heard others say it's a little bit difficult. I know majority of people do use it. just wasn't really feeling it. And I feel like it's not something I check day to day. Whereas Instagram, we're all constantly on it. And I feel like I'll get the most and you'll get the most out of, hey, I opened my Instagram today. Let's post. Let's talk about the knit along. I feel like it'll get more functionality on there and more conversation going. And it'll just be easier access. So I'm going to see how it goes this way. I know Cocktail Hour at the Coop, they always run it through Instagram, and they've said nothing but good things about doing it that way. They've done it that way for quite a few years. I think it's going to be better. So, and then we'll, of course, have the Zoom meeting. So it should be good. I'll keep you updated on the craft room, as well as the next, I think in about 20 to 25 days, the garage will be cleared. And then I will start doing the renovations for the garage with Jarrett, so I can move the dye studio in there. This will remain my office, and the next door where I dye the yarn is going to become the guest room again once we clean it all out and all. But exciting things are happening, exciting things are coming, and I am so excited about my office. I mean, every time I walk into it, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't even believe this is my office now. So yeah, he got me like the best present ever by giving me an office. It was amazing. We're going to get different lamps. Everything's kind of functional at the moment, and I want to really work on, I have my pictures I want to hang. So there's definitely some things still happening with design and organization. Okay. But hi everyone. Welcome to another episode of PhDyer. I come to you from the brand new craft room. I'm going to insert like a little thing about like a tour. I've since emptied some shelves, which is pretty exciting. We sold quite a bit at Knit Tapestry, as well as our Dahlia collection. Sold really well at, what's it called? Hooked Fine Yarns. And then we've just had a bunch of yarn that was there during the other filming that I did that I've pulled off the shelves that is going out for personal orders. So been doing really well, which I'm happy about. It's a major turn of events since winter. Winter was hard. It was a hard winter. Sorry, I'm just getting situated. I just did my nails and toes and painted them. I bite my nails really bad, so I'm trying to stop biting them. So I put on little nails because sometimes that deters me from biting them, and then I painted them red. So hopefully I'll stop myself. Who knows? Thank you for trying to come to the knit along Zoom cast on party thing that we had. I know it was Mother's Day weekend. It was the day before Mother's Day, so it was kind of hard to get there. So I apologize if I made it kind of impossible for you. I honestly, I knew it was Mother's Day weekend, but in my head I thought, well, some people, maybe if they're away from their family or if they're not mothers, they might want something to do. And then a lot of mothers expressed that they hadn't had any plans, so that they were still coming, and that they thought it would be like a welcome, fun thing to do on Mother's Day weekend. But we're going to have plenty of other Zooms going forward through July 30th when it's, over. So Mother's Day was fantastic. We stayed at my mom's for the weekend. Just Saturday into Sunday. We played games Saturday night. I apologize. I actually did not film. And normally, I'm on it and I film, but for once, I was having so much fun that I just didn't really turn on the camera. I just lived in the moment and I didn't turn on the camera. So I'm very sorry. But we played a few games. We had a few martinis. Mommy wanted my stuffed chicken, so I got a whole chicken. I stuffed it. And for those of you on the Zoom, towards the end of it, you probably saw that I was doing the chicken and getting it ready. And then I had to lug all of that to New Jersey with the puppy and all. And then when I got there, we served dinner, we had dinner. And then the next day I made brunch, but I also brought stuff to make a ham and bean soup, which is one of her favorites. So I made that. So I have your behind the scenes video coming It is of me sewing. I've started sewing, so I have that coming. I'm in the process of getting all your minis done and your self-striping yarn for those of you that are in the self-striping group. So I'm getting all your stuff together for last month, which, as you know, you received this month, and those should be going out very soon. Lady Belle is having fun with her octopus. There she is. She's been doing fairly well. She doesn't do well in the car. So, we got motion sickness medicine. Honestly, it worked to prevent her from getting actually sick, but she drooled the entire time, which means she was probably nauseous the entire time. I mean, the drool was really bad. So, I just feel bad because she doesn't enjoy car rides. Maybe she'll grow out of that and it'll be fine, but we'll see. So, I've been knitting a lot. I feel like it's a lot. I did seam up my granny squares, which actually, yeah, I'm not going to make that a behind the scenes. I'm going to put that in the actual vlog. You'll see me putting together my granny squares. I seamed up the back. And I'm not sure. I might have already shown you this. I can't remember. I just have to basically go... So I've seamed it up. Actually, it goes this way, I think. I have seamed it up across. I just need to go vertical on each seam. But it's looking pretty good. So that's that. And, oh, are we on the right side or the wrong side? Yeah, we're on the right side. So that's that. And I'm really happy with it. Granny squaring is like something I've really, really gotten into. I just can't seem to get enough of it. So I've really enjoyed it. It's been a while since I really got into something, like obsessively got into the creating of, which I'm really excited about. And then I have completed a few more granny squares since the last time we talked. I guess I kind of slowed on granny squares a little bit because I picked up my rocket tees. So, wow, I really like this one. Yeah, so that's slowed, but it obviously, like, it's a quick project. I really like this one. It's a quick project, and it's, you know, something that's kind of easy to do now that I've kind of memorized it. I don't have to look that often. So definitely going to keep at the granny squaring. I'm in the middle of a row right now because I was at the doctor earlier for a checkup, just an annual checkup, but I was knitting on my rocket tee, the first one, the neutral fresh from the Coupe color palette one, and I was in the middle of a row when they came in, so I didn't get to finish it. But it kind of actually looks better this way because you can see all the way around. But this is it. I'm just about finished the blue, the robin's egg like blue color. Let's see if I can put this right. Got my little V forming, but it looks really good. Colors are coming along great. And then I started a second one. So on our Zoom cast on party, I revealed the second set because I really wanted to do something in the Darling Dahlia collection, and I revealed those colors in the Zoom cast on party. Wow, and I wound this cake really tight. I don't know how I did that. This is Swan Sunset. Oh, it matches my nails. Swan Sunset on a slub base because Maria had the genius idea of doing slub for some of the stripes for the rocket tee. And then this isn't a high twist cashmere. I had literally one skein left of this high twist cashmere, and I had nothing to use it for because we don't sell it in the shop other than the minis, which are separate from this. This was like part of Mommy's Llama Love sweater, and there was one extra that wasn't dyed up. So I stole it for this. So this is an 80-10-10 high twist superwash merino cashmere nylon, and it is Darling Dahlia colorway. It's like that speckled colorway, heavily speckled, and it's really gorgeous. And they knit up fantastic. Now this Darling Dahlia colorway goes with a lot of other ones in the collection, but I really wanted like a color pop. So the Swan Sunset was like perfect. So, isn't it gorgeous? Like, I can't even, I'm obsessed with this one. I'm just all into bright right now. I think that's why. I mean, I'm loving the neutral because I know I'm going to wear the neutral all the time. Like, I know it's going to be a staple, but this color has me so excited. Really excited. The slub's coming out great. It gives the stripe such a cute, like, textured look. And the speckles come out really, really beautiful. So I'm really happy with this. The raglans are gorgeous. So I'm going to have really pretty sleeves. Super excited. And I think I'm just about, so I'm 1, 2, 3. How many stripes do I have on this one right now? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm just a little, well, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm just a little bit further on the neutral one versus the larger one. I do want to put this on a larger cord though, because I like how it's spread out and I can see what I'm doing. This one, I didn't realize you knit flat to begin with. When I casted it on, I just didn't pay enough attention. And I used a smaller cord, which is what I usually need, like a 16 for my neck if I'm doing like a yoke sweater down. But this was different. This increases quite quickly, and it really filled out the nice 24-inch cord. So I'll probably change to a larger cord, but I have 2 going. I'm loving both of them. And they're just amazing knits because they're so simple. But I really need to get on. I'm going to post, I posted like a little update while I was in the doctor's office and used the hashtag. So if you're joining, some of the kits that you ordered, if you ordered a little later, went out today. It's a Monday. And then some will go out tomorrow and should be all good to go. Should get your kits in a couple days, maybe this week, and then you can start. You have plenty of time. If you ordered later, don't stress. I mean, you have until July, and like I did this in one day. Even when I wasn't like wholeheartedly like really knitting, I feel like this is going to go really fast because it's just a t-shirt. It's not like long sleeves. It doesn't have an intricate pattern, you know, so it's going to go fast. A lot of you are way faster knitters than I am, and I think it'll be completely fine. Rachel joined in. Thank you, Rachel. She came on the Zoom. Maureen was on the Zoom, so thank you. It was a lot of fun. I mean, we didn't have a huge turnout, which I expected on Mother's Day, but, well, Mother's Day weekend anyway, but it was still fun. I want to show you. I'm going to give you a peek at the brand new sets for the splash pad party. So if you remember last year, we did the Down Cellar Studio podcast with Jen. We did her splash pad party. We also do her pigskin party. We sponsor and we do like a trunk show thing on her kickoff weekend, which is Memorial Day. And we're doing the same thing this time. We're doing the splash pad. So this time, Mommy is actually doing the logo bag, the official logo bag for Splash Pad. I think you guys, I don't know if she just wants her patrons, but I asked her if you guys too could get first dibs. Mommy made a quilted bag. Let me show you that. Yeah, even though we're making the bag, she's still heading the whole event, so I had to ask her first. I will let you know if that's the case. This is the bag. It's a quilted bag with Jen's Splash Pad logo on it. It's cute. It's a little sheep. It's got a little cocktail. It says Splash Pad Party 22. She quilted it with all these fun, bright colors for the summer. I'm not sure if the inside's going to vary or not. I think it might just stay this pink, but I'm not sure. But this pink is on the inside. It's the usual box bottomed. And it's got the nice handle on it. So the whole thing, if you haven't registered yet, I would go over and register. They're open. It's on Boston Jen's Instagram. And it's so much fun. You knit small projects that are like 50 to 200 gram projects or something like that. The rules are all posted. She has it on there. But usually socks or like anything that you would take to the pool to knit, poolside. So the skein that I made can be single skein or you can get it as a sock set. And this is it. It's a fun, I mean, I haven't even named it yet, to be honest. It's got fun speckles. Let's see if I can, there we go. It's got a really nice aqua green pool color. Then it's got this bright blue pool colored mini. So really cute sock set. Goes with the bag. Really nice set. Like if you're going to take it to the pool and you were going to knit some socks, this would be an awesome pair of pool party socks. But yeah, I want to look at the speckle on the bulb. Love that. And it's all like neons and bright pool party colors. Look at that orange in there. There's blue, red, fuchsia. Like I said, you can get single skein or sock set. And then we did a second set. Me and Sammy did a set. And I'm not sure if Mommy's going to join in with a bag. We wanted to do a set for the official logo bag. I'm not sure if Sammy has a charm for this. She might. I think it's a shark floaty. But we did a shark set separate just to kick off the summer. We usually make a themed set to kind of premiere at the Splash Pad party. So this will be not the official set of the Splash Pad party, but something we're releasing right around the same time because we want to, you know, we get to do a little trunk show thing, so we release a couple things when we do this. So not sure what I'm going to call this yet either. We haven't even named them. But Sammy's making that little shark with like a bitten license plate, which I think is super funny. But this is it. It's actually kind of like an elegant summery blue skein. I wanted to capture like the beauty of the ocean and the shark itself. It's got some grays in there. It's got this light green because our water has that. And then it's got the ocean blues, whether it's like speckled or splotched. There's plenty of ocean blues in here, like 3 or 4 different kinds. And you can get this single skein or as a sock set. It's got that same nice blue mini that goes with this set as well. So really like this. Sammy's going to put her shark thing with this. And then this is the official set for the Splash Pad party. So really, really nice. I'm thinking like party over here, ocean beautiful over here. But yeah, so there's something for everybody. A little bit of brighter, a little bit of like just blue summer. I really like the blues. Blue's been getting me lately. But yeah, so these are going to go up. I'm not sure when. I have to talk to Jen and iron out what she wants to do with the Splash Pad official logo bag thing and that situation. And then I'll let you guys know. But that is the new set. That's how it's going. Yeah, I think that's good. So I think that's it for now. I'll insert all the video that I do have. Yeah, and happy Mother's Day to anybody who's a mother in any way that you're a mother. If you're a fur baby mom, or if you're a mom, if you're a grandmom. I'm a fur baby mom now. Yeah, but happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, Rebecca, and to anybody else who has little ones. I hope you had a really nice weekend and a special day, and that you got to celebrate with your little ones. So, yeah. I will see you hopefully again this weekend. I want to do another video, so I'm sorry for the delay. I think I've fixed the problem on the phone. Sometimes when you max out the video storage on the phone, it's really hard to get back to, like, almost like the phone won't read that you're deleting things. You have to hard reset sometimes. And sometimes you just have to delete everything on it after you drag it onto the computer. You have to wipe the phone and start over with the videoing. So I had to go through that process this weekend, and it was not fun. But I'm glad it's Monday and I'm getting this up, so I'm glad about that, because I was a little stressed about it. But thank you for your patience. Your minis will be out, your self-striping yarn will be out, and your behind the scenes is on its way. Okay, bye. Snacks. Also took some of her sandwich.
Yeah.
All I do is eat now.
I don't need all that.
I do.
And it's hard because I have to take medication. You can't be
I
all
was really
thin.
tired. Why's that happening?
It's the time of day.
Allergies.
That too. I ate the right one.
She put more cheese on one of the sandwiches for me because she's dieting and then forgot.
I couldn't remember. But I did it.
But we had beautiful colors.
It was a bad one. I got hit.
There they are.
Yeah, so pretty. Oh, look at this. Oh, I have to have this.
She's trying
And
to take
this
both.
one. And that one.
So all 6, she's taking
and
them
this
all.
one. Well, you know me and the green. Oh, we're caught.
Oh, that's all right. Leave it. I'll get it. Everybody's obsessed with this one, the chrysalis. They were literally yelling in the chat. They're like, obsessed with chrysalis. Need it.
Beautiful.
Sammy named that one. She comes up with all the good ones.
She's funny.
I've been doing granny squares during the...
I'm wearing Yasmin's earrings.
Yeah, they look great.
They're cute, aren't they?
I should message her about my sensitive ears.
So
But I've been doing
stuff.
granny squares during... I finally got the hang of it enough where I can glance at the pattern, but still crochet
I actually
it.
have makeup on.
Oh,
Just
yeah, she
powder.
put makeup on.
I bought a CoverGirl one that's not too dry for wrinkles, you know. And I really like it.
But normally she doesn't wear makeup because of the numbness, but...
You can't. It's horrible. Like I keep wanting to touch and itch. This is itching terrible, my nose. The one nostril.
I'm finally eating again and I can't stop eating.
It's all on my teeth now.
We were on Zoom the other day and she looked up and she's like, have you been eating for like the past entire hour?
I know. I'm like, I'm working on a battle and I'm like, are you still eating?
I really was. And guess what I was eating? Nutella with a spoon and biting into an apple.
I saw her licking the spoon, like, what's slow? Like, she's like, got nothing to do. And I'm like, are you still eating? Like,
I dyed all the yarn.
there's not that much time to eat like that.
Yeah, I was on break.
You were on break. It was funny. You and the dog. And then she's like, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, because the dog's
They're all
trying to get
her.
my apple.
The cat, the dog.
So Lady Belle loves fruit. Like, she doesn't care what you're eating unless it's fruit. If I bite into the apple, she hears it and comes running.
She loves fruit. Her woogs smell like,
We call them woogs.
they smell like,
Strawberry.
Strawberries.
She loves strawberries. And now she loves apples. So I was sharing an apple with
What did she
her.
eat again? A Blistex?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, lipstick.
She ate a
you
Bliss
think?
Touch chapstick.
You gotta put everything.
It was Jared.
Excuse me.
I don't use Bliss Touch.
Bliss.
When I got on the midnight, I was like running around crazy because of the dog.
Yeah.
So Jared came in and he's like,
Oh,
quick,
God.
I'll take the dog. And I finally thought, oh, good, I'm going to be able to do this.
No.
As soon as I hit the sound, he's yelling because the dog pooped all over the
Yeah,
basement.
because he ate a chapstick.
Which, honestly, like,
Oh.
I didn't blame him because
He's
the dog's
funny.
been
He's like
potty
daddy.
trained. The dog is potty trained. She rings the potty bells and goes out. So for her to poop on the carpet is like unheard of now. And instead she
take
let
medication.
loose all downstairs. All I heard was yelling.
Look at this thing. No
Look,
more
her kitty's trying to get
Sit up
treats.
there.
Animals are just horrendous when you try to film.
All
right, we have 15 minutes. Bye. So the show went fantastic.
We did pretty good.
By fantastic, I mean
Donna
the
wasn't
energy.
on, was she?
Donna wasn't on. I'll have to ask her where she was.
Donna, we missed you. See, I knew
It
you
went
weren't
really
there.
fantastic.
But it went
we had
good.
everybody hilariously
Laughing.
laughing at Samantha because she did she couldn't do Charlie in the box. And then I was like, do it! And she came out with this prominent Charlie chin that just was,
It was
epic.
so great.
So we had everybody laughing about her making charms.
So
Came out
This
good.
is
She
my
went shopping. Yeah. And this is the first time she's seeing them because it's the first time I've been
so
here. So
great. I love them.
we're all doing granny squares.
Yeah, I think I'm going to
Granny
learn on
squares.
these.
I like
and make
it.
a granny square and then make, I'm going to do those two for the other pillow on me.
And she's doing socks out of fly
And this.
fishing and the metamorphosis.
I can cast on,
I don't know.
2 needles.
This one, oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Pontoon party.
I
Can't
might
even.
need to do it.
These two, like
I got to wind them up.
these two.
Yeah.
That-
They're so great.
Okay. I don't even know. I'm out of control. All right, I'm going to make some granny squares, even more than I have. Look, back there's my granny square pile.
I know, look.
See it? I was granny squaring.
And look, there's more over
There's
here.
more yarn.
This one, I want this one. Oh,
I'm going
I
broke.
want those 3. Oh my God, this is my color.
All right, I'm gonna pack up and leave before she
This
sells
one,
me out.
look at it.
Chrysalis. Everybody loves Chrysalis.
Oh my God, is this Chrysalis?
This is Chrysalis. That's Metamorphosis. This is Lazy Lake Day.
Oh, is it in here? That one?
No.
Oh, that's different. That was for the neons.
Yeah, that was this one and this one. That's the
okay.
neons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Went great.
Okay.
Bye.
I'm definitely putting these socks together.
Yes.
Oh my God. I'm making hot neon socks for the summer and a pillow.
So these are going to be what, granny squares?
Yeah.
These ones? Oh,
I might make them granny squares. You're right. I should.
You took both the muted?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't want this blue one?
Well, maybe. Maybe I'll take that blue one with this pink.
The blue is in there. In this one
The
too.
pink's in blue.
The pink, yeah. No, take this one if you like it. It's okay. I probably won't get to knit them.
It's all right.
I really want to though. I want to.
I know. So do you want this one? I mean, what do you want?
I don't care which one. I just wanted one of these, either Lakeside Sunsets or this one.
I like this together.
I think that's great
Beautiful.
too. So
And
you're
this.
making granny
making
squares with this
socks.
as a pillow. Are you sure you like them?
Yeah.
And then you're making
I'll make socks.
socks.
I haven't cast on any in a
What's
while.
funny is she started out with this fly fishing.
I know, it's still killing me.
Do you want this one?
I do.
Right, here you
I'm
go.
sorry. It's bad.
She's
It's
shopping.
so bad. All I could be like is,
You have minis you're
So
putting
bad.
with them, right?
oh yeah.
Yeah, for the socks.
Did you see the bag?
Which
The
bag?
lady sent me some.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And yeah, that bag's full.
I love neons. I don't
Me
know what's
too.
wrong.
I can't wait to make these socks. I'll make
Okay,
everyone.
great.